Hey everybody, Moo here. Today is April 1st and I don't got nothing to debate you with, but new month means new Tsum Tsum, so that's what we got. We got 3 new Tsum Tsum. Gonna do that SL3 gameplay footage for you guys. First one up is going to be Rescue Ranger Dale Charm. From now on, Mr. Dale will just be known as Ranger Dale because that's a mouthful. What does the ability do? Well, apparently it clears a horizontal line of Tsum Tsum and spawns magical bubbles. Now, what kind of magical bubbles are these? Are they time bubbles? I mean, I already know the answer. You can see he's level 4. I played him a little bit, you know what I mean? So, 5 to 4 in the coin booster enabled as always. Let's get straight into the gameplay. And I think you're gonna like this one. You know, nothing fancy with Mr. Dale. Nothing fancy at all. But with Tsum Tsum like this, because if you're using the 5 to 4 in the coin booster item, well, primarily the 5 to 4, you can see that we basically just have 3 types of Tsum on screen, which means it is mostly a heavy time bubble type Tsum Tsum. Because you only have 3 types of Tsum on screen, it just makes it easier to make long chains, and as a result, you should be able to extend your gameplay with those time bubbles. So that's precisely what we're gonna do. The magic bubbles he generates, nothing fancy, you know, but his ability does clear for about 33, 34, mid-30s, 32 that time. So where you're going to get value, again, is trying to get those time bubbles in the mix. The more you play, the more coin you can earn as a result. So see if we can get a time bubble out of that. No dice. Of course, don't spend all your time focusing on making the time bubbles. You do got to use that primary ability to, well, get the coin. This one's not going to hit for very much, maybe 20, 22. Yeah, that's a problem. I'm going to sacrifice that large sum on screen. There's a time bubble. We didn't get a second, that's okay. And you don't really care if you're going to use the skill right when Fever Time expires. Why? Because, well, he charges quick, and you have like 3 bubbles on screen. It's not going to be an issue getting back into Fever Time, right? So just focus on getting some time bubbles. Spam that skill as much as possible, and that's all you got to do for the most part, you know? That was only an 8 chain. I messed up, my mistake. No bubble there. So this isn't going to be the best game because we're not really getting too many time bubbles, and I messed up a few skills where I wasn't hitting in the low 30s like he's supposed to, 26 that time. So that's kind of user error on my part. But we're going to do 3 games like usual, and we're going to see if we can get some better results later on. So, ooh, that was close. Give me that time bubble, please. All right, no time bubble. Still a very reasonable 3.5k base coin, even for a bad game, right? So, is this Tsum Tsum good? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fun to play. A lot of action. You're constantly recharging that ability. You're spamming it non-stop. You're always interacting with bubbles, blowing things up. We cleared 438 Tsum, so you're going to be able to level up this Tsum Tsum very quickly, which means higher scores. You know, even the score at the very beginning of the game here, again, it was only level 4. You know, 11.1 million. Not bad at all. It's only going to go up from there. So we got slighted by the coin fairy a little bit, only 3.8k after the fact, so we're not earning quite that much considering we're investing 2,300 up front. But that's the name of the game. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. And we're gonna see if we do in game number 2. Haha, that rhymes! Oh, this cow, what a poet. There we go. I'm going to be a little more careful in game number 2. I want those skills to hit for maximum value. I am aware that with the number of bubbles we have on screen, that might not always be possible, but anywhere in the low 30s should be alright. I don't want to use that. I want to hit it with either the skill, or I want to use the large Tsum to create a long chain, right? So don't want to just throw those away with no value extracted from them. There we go. See if we can do a little better. Let's try and crack 4,000 base coin, maybe even higher. Really depends on the game we get. Again, I don't care about Fever Time with something like this. There's just too much happening on screen. You don't have to worry about dropping or not being able to re-enter Fever Time right away. That's just not a thing with Mr. Ranger Dale. There we go. Not bad. We're just not getting to time bubbles, my friends. You know, I don't know what to tell you. You know, I know on my channel you guys are used to seeing bubbles of the time variety flowing like some magical fountain of never-ending RNG. Clearly, oh, there's my April 1 contribution right there. But you know, it'd be like that. It'd be like that here. So maybe our luck will turn around in game number 3. Who knows? Who knows, man? Come on, just give me one. You see, you gotta complain a little bit. You know, you gotta let the universe know that you're not happy. You're not happy with what it's giving you. So how else is it gonna know? You know, just a little complaining here and there. You know. Not always a bad thing. Let's try and get a time bubble out of this while we wait for Fever Time to run out. We didn't get it. That was a gamble on my part, especially because I didn't have a bubble to reset the chain with. Oh, come on, man. Got to get back into Fever Time right away. Get that extra 5 seconds. We got 10 more on the clock. If we could just get a time bubble. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes, please. One more, please. One more. We really need it. We're running out of time here. We have less than a sliver of a second left, so I have to use the skill there just to get a little bit more coin. There, as you can see, we're still in the Fever Time. You can see it right there. So there wasn't enough time to wait for Fever Time to expire. You know, I'm shaking the rust off, guys. You know, give me a little bit. Give me a few more videos. I'll be back in full form, you know. 497 mites cleared. Very nice. 4,700 coin after the fairy was applied. Okay, all right. We're getting better. Our score's getting better. Our coin's getting better. You know? Not bad. Game number 3. Before we jump into the game, let me unlock that Tsum Tsum. I don't want to throw away the experience that's able to gain just because we are clearing so many mites in every single game. So our final game, number 3, let's see if we can improve on our results even more. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut a little bit here and try to focus on the game a little bit. Let's see how we do. Why did I do that there? We didn't have any mitesum that I would pop with by resetting the bubble, so that's why I made the chain first, even though I had the skill ready to go. So I had to throw away some of the mitesum there, just so I can make sure to get that 35 re-entry. There's our 10 chain, there's another 10 chain. We're just not getting the time bubbles. It'd be like that. All right, 2,000 base coin with 25 seconds left on the clock. I'm just gonna do that. Take a risk, we didn't get it. Unlucky guys. So about 3,000 coin in this one. Unlucky. Our two first games were actually better, but that's not to discourage you in any way, shape, or form. You know, this is slightly RNG heavy Tsum just because you are relying on getting more of those 30 clears by extending your gameplay with those time bubbles. So where the more consistent coin earners come into play is they'll hit closer to 40 Tsum Tsum per skill. That way you don't have to get as many skills in. You don't have to rely on the time bubbles as much. So can this Tsum Tsum perform very well? Absolutely. You are going to need some of those time extensions. However, that is Ranger Dale. Very fun. I enjoyed the high-paced gameplay. If you guys have any questions about Monsieur Dale, make sure to leave them all in the comment section below, along with anything else you might want to ask. Other than that, thank you so much for your likes, your subs, and your viewership. Enjoy your April 1st long weekends. Hopefully nobody's trolling you too hard. You know, we got 2 more Tsum Tsum to cover, so do come back for that. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.